Magadh Empire, rise of Mahajanpadas. The later Vedic period 900 से 600 के बीच में witnessed transition from tribal polity based on lineage jana to territorial state जनपदा. मतलब लेटर वैदिक टाइम में ट्रांजिशन हुआ, जना जन से जनपदा बन गया. lineage to territorial state janpada. Janpada used to fight among themselves for resource, political dominance. Some janpada extended their territory and brought various janas within their jurisdiction. Such janpadas grew into Mahajanpadas, large empire, which were earlier monarchical or republican in nature of their polity. Janpada means land where jana, people, clan or tribe set foot or settle. Monarchies, republican, Gana Sangh. Their administration was centralized and governed by king. Kings was hierarchy and succession was mainly based on law of primogeniture. जो भी. The king was assisted by council called Parishad, consisting mainly of Brahmin, and Sabha as advisory body. The king claims sole revenue right. The king claims sole revenue right. Vedic orthodoxy was practiced with the priestly class enjoying preeminent status. Brahman priest provided legitimacy to king through various rituals. Brahman priest provide legitimacy to king through various rituals. They had a central standing army. अब रिपब्लिक में क्या है? देयर वॉज नो सिंगल डिसीजन मेकिंग बॉडी अथॉरिटी. द ट्राइबल चीफ वॉज सेलेक्टेड बाय लार्ज ग्रुप. बड़ा सा ग्रुप से होता था. द डिसीजन वॉज टेकन कलेक्टिवली बाय हेड, ऑफ्टन collectively called rajas or different clan. Each tribal ruler rajas had such right. The influence of priestly was not predominant. The tribal ruler maintained their army under senapati. The tribal ruler maintained their army under senapati. Reason for rise of large state. Favorable location. Ganga plain was fertile and close to iron production center. The iron technology improved agriculture, which resulted in surplus collection. It helped to sustain their military and administrative requirement and thus facilitate stable settlement. The rise of large states with town as their administrative center promotes sense of allegiance to Janpada rather than their Jana or tribe. The rise of large state with town as their administrative center promoted a sense of allegiance to Janpada rather than their Jana or tribe. Mahajanpadas. Buddhist text Anguttara Nikaya, part of Sutta Pitaka, listed 16 Mahajanpada. Buddhist text Agnu Tara Nikaya, part of Sutta Pitaka, lists 16 Mahajanpada. Sindhu, Kamboj, Gandhar, Yamuna, Macha, विराटनगर, सुरसेना, चेती, वत्सा, काशी, मगध, अंग, वही, मला, कोसाला, पंचाकुरु, अवंती, स्टेट मगध, मॉडर्न पटना या गया, राजगीर और ग्रीवी राजा, The Haryanka dynasty ruled Magadh. Haryanka dynasty. Ang. Modern district Mongpur and Bhagalpur, Bihar. Ang. Capital Champa, located at confluence of Ganga and Champa river. Champa was important commercial center and merchants sailed from here to Suvarna Bhumi, Southeast Asia. Vijji, North Ganga in division of Trihut. Capital Vaisali, modern Basara in northern Bihar. The king the king Chetka. It was confederacy including Lichavis, Jantrikas and Vijis. Mahavir belonged to Jantrikas clan. Malas, Gangetic Plain UP. Kusinara and Pawa. Kusinara and Pawa. Buddhist took his last meal and was ill at Pawa. Attend Mahaparinirvana at Kusinara. कुशीनगर कोई कुशीनारा बोल रहा है. काशी. वाराणसी यूपी. Varanasi between Varuna and Asi river. Kashi was incorporated into Kosala by King Kansa. Gandhar. Northwest Pakistan. Northwest. North है. West है Pakistan. Gandhar. Taxila, major center for trade and learning. Behustam inscription of Achaemenid Empire. Dyrus mentioned that Persian conquered Gandhara in the later period of 6th century BC. Kosala, Eastern UP including Ayodhya. Eastern UP including Ayodhya. Sarayu River divide the state into two parts. Northern Kosala, Sarvasti. Southern Kosala, Kusavanti. King Prasenjit बुद्धा का कंटेम्प्रेरी था. लुम्बिनी included in tribal republic of Sakya and its birthplace of Gautam Buddha. Asaka, Potli, located between river Godavari and Manjira. Potli, modern Budan district, Nizamabad and part of Allahabad in Telangana. Only Mahajanpada situated south of Vindhyas range was in Dakshinapat. Cheti or Chedi, eastern part of Bundelkhand region. Cheti or Chedi. Suktimati, King Sisupal. Vatsa, on the river of Yamuna. Kusambhi, at confluence of Ganga Yamuna near Allahabad. King Udayana. Vatsa was known for its first cotton textile. Kuru, Western UP. Indraprastha. Mahabharat elaborated on conflict between two branches of reigning Kuru clan. Panchala, Western UP. Ganga river divided state into two parts. Northern Panchala, Aichihatra. Southern Panchala, Kamliya, Phukru UP. Kannauj was situated in the king of Panchala. Matsya, Jaipur, Alwar, Bharatpur area of Rajasthan. Viratanagar, founder Virata. Surusena, Braj region of UP. Mathura, on the bank of river Yamuna. King Avantipura, disciple of Buddha. Avanti, central of Malwa, divided by Vindhyas, northern Avanti, Ujjain and southern Avanti, Mahismati. King Pradyota, father-in-law of Udyana. Kamboj, Raju, Rajobari, and Hajra, Kashmir and northwest frontier province of Pakistan. Poonch, famous in ancient time of their excellent breed of horse and as a remarkable horseman located in Uttaraparth or northwest. Among 16 Mahajanpadas, the power struggle broke out between Magadh, Kosala, Uriji, and Avanti, leading to emergence of Magadh as most powerful state. Magadh rises to political supremacy. Began with Bimbisara, who belonged to Haryanka dynasty. Who belonged to Haryanka dynasty. The powerful Magadh, Kosala, Vriji, Avanti, leading to emergence of Magadh as the most powerful state. Magadh rises to the political supremacy began with Bimbisara, who belonged to Haryanka dynasty. Bimbisara, who belonged to Haryanka dynasty. Rise and growth of Magadh Empire. Introduction. Magadh Empire was one of the great kingdom of second urbanization period, the period between 6th century and 3rd century. Prominent dynasty that ruled Magadh region were Haryanka, Susung and Nanda. Agriculture surplus uh, surplus growth of craft and trade and growing population lead to emergence of town in Gangetic plain. This is called second urbanization. In India history after first urbanization event in Harappa civilization. Source of information. Agriculture surplus growth of craft and trade growing population led to emergence of town in Gangetic plain. This is called second urbanization in Indian history after first urbanization event in Harappa civilization. सेकेंड अर्बनाइजेशन कब हुआ? महाजनपदा में हुआ. Source of information. Vedic text. Brahmanas and Upanishad refer to many Janpadas and Mahajanpadas. Buddhist text. Vinay Pitaka, Sut Pitaka, Abhidham Pitaka. Jainism text. Bhagavati Sutra provided the list of Mahajanpada of that time. Bhavati, Bhagavati. Archaeological evidence. Northern Black Polish where pottery discovered of archaeological remains from the area like Ichachatra, Hastinapur, Kusambi, Ujjain. Haryanka dynasty. There were the first dynasty to rule Magadh with its capital Rajgir. The dynasty found is unknown, but scholar must believe founder of grandfather of Bimbisara. Important ruler Bimbisara. He was contemporary of Buddha and Mahavir. They were first dynasty to rule Magadh with capital Rajgir. The dynasty founder is unknown, but most scholars believe that founder to be grandfather of Bimbisara. Important ruler Bimbisara. He was contemporary of Buddha and Mahavir. Conflict. Earlier he had rivalry with Avanti king Pradyota, but later they became friends. He sent his royal physician Jivika to Ujjain through Dakshinapath to Avanti when Pradyota had jaundice. Conquered Anga, East Bihar by defeating Brahmadatta. Anga and its capital Champa was established inland and maritime trade. He used matrimonial alliance to strengthen his position in westward and northward direction. First wife Koshala, sister of Prasenjit from Kosala, brought Kasi as a dowry. Second wife Lichavi, Prince Chelna from Vaisali, who gave birth to Ajat Third wife, daughter of Chief Madra clan Punjab. He was killed and succeeded by his son Ajat 4. He was most potent and aggressive ruler of Haryanka dynasty, followed his father expansionist policy through military conquest. The king Prasenjit took back Kasi, which he had handed out as a dowry to Bimbisar, leading to military confrontation between Magadh and Kosala. Conflict annexed Kosala and retained Kasi. Annexed कोसाला को जीत लिया and retained Kasi by defeating Prasenjit, his maternal uncle. Annexed Vaisali Lichavi by defeating his maternal grandfather Chetak. He also defeated Malas, military weapon, war engine like catapult, Mahasisla Kantaka used to throw stone. महासिस्ला कंतका पत्थर फेंकने वाला. चैरियट विथ मेंस फॉर मास किलिंग. रथ मुसला. महासिस्ला कंतका यूज टू थ्रो स्टोन. चैरियट विथ मेंस फॉर मास किलिंग. Began fortification of Rajgir to counter threat of invasion posed by ruler Avanti, who had earlier defeated Vatsa of Kusambe. Vatsa of Kusambe. He met Buddha during his lifetime. Began to fortification of Rajgir to counter threat of invasion posed by ruler Avanti, who had defeated Vatsa of Kusambe. He met Buddha during his lifetime. Buddha gained parinirvana death during 483 BC and arranged the first Buddha council. He was succeeded by his son Udyanin, Udyanin, founder of new capital Patliputra, modern Patna, situated at the confluence of Ganga and Son river. Sisung dynasty, important ruler Sisung. He was initially an Amatya or minister. Nada Dasaka, last Haryanka dynasty ruler, founded the dynasty in 413. Temporarily shifted capital to Vaisali. He defeated Avanti and made it part of Magadh, ending 100-year-old rivalry between Magadh and Avanti. He was succeeded by his son Kal Asok. He was known as a Kakara Varna according to Purans. He was also known as Kakar Varna according to Purans. Conducted second Buddhist council at Vaisali. Kalasok. Mahapadmananda usurged the throne by murdering last king Sisung dynasty. Mahapadmananda usurged the throne by murdering last king of Sisung dynasty. Nanda dynasty 345 से इतना. Important ruler Mahapadmananda. He was also called as Urgasena because of his large army. He was also called Urgasena because of his large army. Lineage. According to Brahmical text, he belonged to non-Kshatriya caste. Buddhist texts describe Nandas as belonging to Antaka Kul of unknown lineage. He was first empire build of India claimed to be Ekrath, sole sovereign who destroyed all other ruling princes, and Sat, Sarva Satrantaka, uprooter of Kshatriya. He added Kalinga to Magadh. He added Kalinga to Magadh and brought an image of Jina as a victory trophy. He also acquired Kosala to crush his rebellion. Tax collection methodological collection was made by regular appointing officials that help supporting large army. Irrigation. He built canal for strengthening irrigation. He was succeeded by his eight sons. They were together known as Navananda or Nine Nanda. Dhananand. He was the last significant king having a vast army and referred as Agramis or Zendramis by the Thorians. Credited by invasion of Nando Pakrami, particular measuring stand. Alexander invaded northwest India during this time. Hathi Gufa elephant cave inscription at Udaygiri near Bhubaneswar, Odisha has recorded adequate build of Mahapadmananda. Hathi Gufa elephant cave inscription at Udaygiri near Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Hathi Gufa elephant cave inscription at Udaygiri near Bhubaneswar, Odisha has recorded adequate build of Mahapadmananda. Causes of Magadh success. Ambitious ruler like Bimbisar, Ajad Satru, Mahapadmananda adopted both diplomatic and military means to expand empire. Geographical advantage. Magadh access abundant iron ore allowed its ruler to equip themselves with effective weapons. Magadh capital Rajgir and later Patliputra occupied strategic position. Patliputra was surrounded by river and thus functioned as a water fort. Jaladurg. Rajgir, surrounded by five hills, was impregnant and in its in time. The central position of Gangatic plain. Forest in southern area provided timber and elephant which gave particularly military advantage. Magadh was the first state to use elephant on large scale against its neighbor. The timber resources aided boat manufacturing, promoting Magadh expansion. Administration under Magadh Empire. Official and ministers. Higher official known as Amatyas held multiple roles such as minister, mantri and commander, Senanakya, judge, chief accountant and head of royal harem and were assisted by Ayuktas. They were recruited by Brahmins and held considerable authority. The Buddhist text Mahaparinirvana Sutta means administrative under Magadh Empire. Higher official known as Amatyas has held multiple roles such as minister, commander, judge, chief accountant, head of royal harem, were assisted by आयुक्तास. अमत्यास मतलब आईएएस लोग असिस्टेड आयुक्तास असिस्ट करता था आईएएस लोग को जिसको कहते हैं अमत्यास या महामत्रास. दे वेर रिक्रूटेड फ्रॉम ब्राह्मण्स एंड ईल्ड वेर considerable authority. The Buddhist text Mahaparinirvana Sutta mention Vasakara of Magadh who enabled Ajat Satru to conquer Gana Sangh of Vijis. Law and regulation. Legal and judicial system replace tribal law. Legal and judicial system replace tribal law. The social hierarchy influence civil and military law. Crime committed by Sudras against Upper Varna were severely Crime committed by Sudras against Upper Varna were severely punished, but those against Sudras were treated more leniently. The royal agent administered law based on Dharma Shastra. The royal agent administered law based on Dharma Shastra. Punishment for criminal offense included scourging and beheading, etc. Society under Magadh Empire. Social hierarchy. Society was divided into four varna: Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. Sudras were excluded from higher position and were often designated as a slave, artisan, agriculture labor. A new social category, untouchable, emerged during this period. Untouchables were placed below Sudra in social hierarchy. They were forced to live on fringe of the settlement, subsisting on hunting gathering. They were marginalized and give only menial job. They had their own language, which was different from that spoken by Indo-Aryan. Family relation. Kingship ties were considered important and were incorporated into caste hierarchy. Kul denoted extended patrilineal family, while Natkas was included both mother and father relatives. Extended kin group was referred to as Nati and Nati Kulani. Status of women. The society was patriarchal and women were accorded inferior status. Endogamous caste system led to increase in subjugation of women. Preference of son was over duty continued as bearing son was considered necessary for continuation of lineage and performance of functionary rites. Economic under Magadh Empire, the town and cities, agriculture surplus, growth of craft and trade, and growing population lead to emergence of town in Gangetic Plain. This is called second urbanization. The towns were classified as a Pura or Nagra, fortified town of city. Nagarika, small town, and Nigama, market town. The different type of town came into being. Political and administrative centers such as Rajgriha, Sravasti, Kusambi, and Champa. Center of trade and commerce such as Ujjain and Taxila. Holy centers such as Vaisali. Village settlement. The Pali text, especially Vinay Petaka, such suggests three type of village gram. That a typical village where inhabited by various caste community headed by Gram Bhojka, Gramini and Gramakas. Suburban village craft village कारपेंटर विलेज रीड मेकर ये सब कुछ कुछ ट्रेड एंड ट्रांसपोर्टेशन town were strategically located in river bank and trade route. The two major trans-regional route were Uttarapath from northwest across Indo-Gangetic Plain to port city Tamralipati on the Bay of Bengal. Dakshinapath from Patliputra in Magadh to Pratishna on Godavari, connected port of western coast. Maritime trade. Pali text Also mention new trade and trade through subcontinent. Eastern region, the trade between Bengal and Myanmar. The western region, Taxila had trade relation with Afghanistan, Iran, Mesopotamia. Uh, Raja royal official to safeguard life and property of traveler. Item imported: gold, lapis lazuli, jade, silver, etc. Item exported: finished craft, textile goods, sandal, wood and pearls. Use of money: Panani Asthangai, which provides guideline for writing and speaking Sanskrit. Mention wage, vetan, and wage earner. Ve- वेतानिका, वेज अर्नर, वेज को वेतन कहते हैं, वेज अर्नर वैतानिका, डिनोटिंग यूज ऑफ मनी. द अर्लीस्ट कॉइन was punched mark, metal piece punched with mark of hill tree, bull, fish, crescent elephant, made of silver and copper. They were issued around 6th century BC by Mahajanpada. Taxation was paid in both cash and kind. The warrior Kshatriya and priest Brahman were exempted from paying tax, and tax burden fell on peasant class, which comprised Vaisyas or Gahpati. Bali became compulsory tax, with peasant paying one-sixth of produce as a tax. Generally, there were no intermediaries between peasant and state. The tax were assisted and collected by royal agent Bali Sathakas, often with assistance of village headmen. Peasants were subjected to forced labor for royal project and work. Artisans were obligated to work for 1 day each month for a king. Artisans were obligated to work for 1 day each month for a king. Kamikas, custom official, and Saulakikas, Sol Kandhyakas, toll officer. Levi's taxed on merchant. Some villages were granted Brahmanas known as Brahmadeo and Sethis, big merchant. Sethis. They had only revenue authority and did not have revenue authority over this village. Agriculture. It was a main economic activity in village. Paddy transplantation, and use of iron plugs shared this substantial increase in the yield. The rice was staple cereal. They also grow barley, pulses, millet, cotton, sugarcane. Grahapati, rich landlord, enjoyed labor called Grahapati. Grihapatis, rich landlord, enjoyed labor employed labor called dasa or karmakaras. Dasa or karmakaras. The smallest landowner were known as kasakas or krishnakas. The iron played a crucial role in operating forest and hard soil area of mid Gangetic plain for cultivation and settlement. The iron tool had been discovered from Kusambi. Access to rich iron mine like Moryabhanj and Sigum ensure steady supply of tool. Guild. The guild system led to specialization of craft. The guild were led by headmen. The craft were often passed down hereditarily. The artisan and merchant lived in a fixed locality in town. Merchant Street was also known as Vesa. Aryan invasion and contact. In the 6th century BC, fertile, rich, and natural for resources attracted invaders from northwest. Weak leadership and political disunity extended among uh, small principality like Kamboja, Gandhara, they offered minimal resistance to the invader, who later penetrated the area through Hindu Kush mountain. Achaemenid Iranian invasion. Achaemenid King Corpus was first ruler to invade uh, subcontinent. The later Persian king Darius annexed Punjab in 1516. The northwest Indian subcontinent remained under Iranian rule until invasion by Alexander the Great. Taxila or Taxila was part of Archadian Empire of Persia. It was extended in 1940 by Sir John Marshall. Panani compiled his well-known mark Astha Astha Dhyangi, written during 6 to 5 century in Taxila, result of Indo-Aryan contact. Indo-Aryan contact listed for almost 2 centuries and both economic and cultural impact. Economic impact, trade and commerce enhanced between region evident from funding of Persia coin and a northwest frontier province. The Indian word for coin, the Indian word for coin karsa is of Persian origin. Karsa. The coin might have been inspired by a Persian coin. Cultural impact, the introduction of Kharosthi script, which was derived from Aramaica, official script of Persian Empire, written left right to left. The two major rock edict of Asoka, Mahsera and Sabagiri, are in Kharosthi script. Iranian artistic and archaeological influence is evident in Mauryan sculpture. Asoka bell shaped capital, especially lion capital of Sarnath and bull capital of Ramapura pillar. Specific term and phase in Asoka edict reflect Iranian influence. The age of example Iranian term Dipti, Asoka uses Lipi. Yeah. The, the Greek learned about Indian great wealth about Iranian and contribute Alexander invasion of India. Linguistic similarities between Rig Veda and Avesta. According to Indiologist Thomas Buron, only phonetic change had been occurred over the time. Boj Koi, Northwest Syria inscription dating 1380 BC recorded treaty between Hittite and Mitanni king. It mentions the name of Rig Vedic gods such as Indra, Varun, Maitreya, Nastya. Alexander invasion of India. Reason for invasion: Greek-Iranian conflict. In 4th century AD, the Greek and Persian fought for world supremacy. After defeating Persian army, Macedonian conquered Alexander marched toward India. Disunity in northwest India, as it was divided with a numerous independent monarchical and tribal republic like Taxila, Punjab of Porus and Gandhara. Thus, Khyber Pass remained unguarded, thus accessible route for invader. Khyber Pass. Wealth of India as described by Greek writer like Herodotus. Herodotus. Alexander campaign. Alexander invasion of India began in 326 BC during Dhananand reign when he crossed Khyber Pass to enter India. Jhelum River marked first strong resistance from Porus. खाइबर पास से आया था झेलम रिवर मार्क फर्स्ट स्ट्रॉन्ग रेजिस्टेंस फ्रॉम पोरस and an Indian prince. Although Alexander defeated Porus in Battle of Hydaspes on the bank of Jhelum. Hydaspes. Hydaspes. He was impressed by Porus' valor and restored his kingdom. Alexander continued eastward up to Bias, but his army refused to go further due to formidable power of Magadh, the war, warnings and diseases and homesickness. Thus Alexander was forced to retreat, ending his dream of Eastern Empire. During his return, he died of typhoid in Babylon. Effect of Alexander invasion. Political establishment of Greek Strapis in northwest Indian subcontinent. The number of Greek settlement increased in conquered region. Cities like Alexandria in Sindh, Kabul region, and Baukpala in Jhelum, Peshawar in Pakistan. Alexander invasion weakened the small state in northwest India, paving the way for expansion of Mauryan Empire. Trade and communication established direct contact between ancient Europe and South Asian, particularly India. यूरोप और साउथ एशिया से रूट स्टार्ट कर दिया बाय ओपनिंग 4 डिस्ट्रिक्ट रूट, 3 by land and 1 by sea. Cultural development establishment of Gandhara School of Art.